Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Assalatu wassalamu ala asrafil anbiya wal mursalin nabiyina Muhammadin wa ala alihi washabihi ajma'in. Amma ba'd. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. It is better and preferable for the Muslim to remain steadfast in his religion, even if that led him being killed, as was mentioned by Al-Hafiz bin Asakir in a biography of Abdullah bin Hudaifa as-Sami, one of his companions. Tonight, we will present our short drama about the story of Abdullah bin Hudaifa radiallahu anhu, a real Muslim. In the 19th year of Hijrah, Umar bin al-Khattab radiallahu anhu dispatched an army to fight against the Romans. In it was Abdullah ibn Hudaifa as-Sami. And this what happened. The battles begin. News of the Muslims' force reached to the king Heraclius, and he had known of sincerity of their faith and their willingness to sacrifice their life for the sake of Allah. He gave order to his men to bring to him any Muslim captive they might take alive, and Abdullah bin Hudaifa is one of them. When the Roman kings heard that one of the captives was a Sahabi, he was so happy, and he said, Sahabi, 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 God, bring him to me, bring him to me, I want to see him. So they brought Abdullah bin Hudaifa to the Roman kings, and the king think about how to use and to capitalize on a Sahabi. So he said, look at me! I will give you a beautiful life, but in 3 conditions. What is it? Convert into Christianity and marry my daughter. No, I won't. Listen, marry my daughter and I will give you half of my kingdom. No, I will not give up my religion. The king was surprised. What? I am giving you half of my kingdom? Then you refuse it? In bed, it's better to die than to convert to Christianity. Okay, look, if you don't become a Christian, I'm going to kill you. Do it, whatever you want. Think. Then the king got angry and he said, would you become a Christian? got harsh and tortured, but he never gave up. Guard! Bring in one of the captives! Right now! And he asked for a pot of the boiling water. They would fill in oil and they would just set fire. And it then the oil get boiled. Throw in the boiling oil! After the Muslim was thrown in the boiling oil, his bones started to stick it out. It is so hot. His flesh was fried. The bones came out. And that was occurring in front of the eyes of Abdullah ibn Hudaifa. So the king told him, "No! Are you going to give your religion? Give up your religion?"
No, I will not give up my religion.
The king said to his servant, "Servant, take him!" They took him and his walking toward to the path with the servants of the king. Abdullah bin Hudaifa begins to cry. And the king noticed tears in Abdullah's eyes. Suddenly he said, "Stop! Bring back to me!" They brought him back to the king. And the king said, "Why are you crying?" "Is it for your beloved wife and children? Or it is because you are fear of losing your precious life?"
Not at all. I'm not afraid to die or afraid to lose my beloved motherland, my wife and my children.
"Then, what are you crying for?" Abdullah replied with tears.
The reason that I cry, because I remember I am only one soul, and my soul is going to live now. The reason why that I cry, I wanted to ask Allah to give me 100 souls so I could die and death for 100 times for the sake of Allah. I wish I could die a shaheed for 100 times.
Abdullah bin Hudaifa asked of comprehending Iman. Wouldn't that make him strong person? After a while, the king became brazen face, drop off, slowly become bent gradually, lose all anatomisms. On the other hand, the power of Iman enriched Abdullah, so that the Abdullah became king and the king turned captive in his heart.
Abdullah, come closer and kiss my forehead once and for all. I can set you free right now. No, I'm not going to free only myself. I wish to have freedom for all of my men.
By saying this, Abdullah becomes even more magnificent, like an Holy Spirit, the eyes of the king. The king started thinking of his act one by one. He bribed him, he treated him, but Abdullah remains unaffected, even after witnessing death of one of the Muslim brothers. Ultimately, the king agreed.
Now I agree. I'm impressed and convinced overwhelmingly by your commitment and dedication to your religion, Islam.
Abdullah kissed his forehead and got all the captive Muslims set free. Then they back home in Medina safely. Henceforth, Umar bin al-Khattab radiallahu anhu said, it is a mandatory obligation for each and every Muslim to kiss the forehead of Abdullah. And as because Abdullah bin Hudaifa saved all the prisoners of war through his adamantous faithfulness toward to the great Allah, the religion Islam is not religion of just talking or showing off how much knowledge you have. Islam teaches us about willingness of sacrifice for Allah. Allah said,
يقول الله سبحانه وتعالى في القرآن الكريم إن الصلاة ونسكي ومحياي ومماتي لله رب العالمين. يقول الله تعالى أيضا ومن يبتغي غير الإسلام دينا فلن يقبل منه وهو في الآخرة من الخاسرين.
Allah said, say, O Muhammad, verily my prayer, my sacrifice, my life, and my death is for Allah, the Lord of the mankind.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Eid Mubarak. Eid